The humid air of Bandung hung heavy, a thick tapestry woven from the scent of jasmine and exhaust fumes. It was June 12, 2026, and Dodo, the vicious boy, was sweating profusely under the weight of a crate labeled General Motors. He, Malik, and Najwa, a trio of warehouse workers with ambitions that exceeded their paychecks, were on a delivery run for the enigmatic Hibiki Matsuda, a woman whispered to be the city's most cunning alchemist.
Their destination was a sprawling mansion nestled amidst manicured lawns, a stark contrast to their own cramped quarters. As they unloaded the V8 engine, intended for Hibiki's prized Mercedes E-Class, a nervous tension settled over Dodo. The deal, a promise of $100,000, had a stench of deceit, a feeling he couldn't shake.
Finally, Hibiki emerged, a woman draped in luxurious silks, her eyes glittering with an almost predatory gleam. "So, the goods have arrived," she purred, her voice a silken whisper laced with irony. "And the payment, Dodo?" Dodo swallowed, his heart hammering against his ribs. He opened the briefcase containing the promised payment, revealing not stacks of crisp bills, but a swarm of buzzing, iridescent flies. His blood turned to ice. You tricked us," he stammered.
Hibiki's smile widened. "Darling, you underestimate my skills. Those flies are worth far more than any dollar. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a car to rebuild." With a theatrical snap of her fingers, burly men materialized from the shadows, their faces etched with a menacing grin.
Realizing the danger, Dodo and Malik bolted, Najwa a step behind, her eyes wide with terror. As they sprinted across the manicured lawns, Malik's voice pierced the air, a frantic, repetitive chant. "Woo! Woo, woo, woo!"
Chance, however, took a hand. They stumbled onto a sprawling property, a sprawling house of marble and steel. A formidable figure emerged, his face etched with fury. Daigo Madoka, the Vice Minister of Defense. "You insolent brats," he thundered, his voice like a storm brewing. But before he could unleash his wrath, Malik stepped forward. "Sir, we are in desperate need of help. We were tricked, chased, and—" Daigo stared at Malik, his anger softening slightly. "Trickery, you say? My own methods are far more effective." He glanced at the fleeing form of Dodo and the others, his sharp eyes understanding their predicament. "Get in," he said, gesturing to a sleek black Mercedes E-Class parked in the driveway. The trio hesitated, fear warring with a glimmer of hope. Daigo's stern demeanor softened into a wry smile. "Don't worry," he said, "I also have a fondness for justice. Though, let's just say I prefer a more direct approach."
As they sped away from Hibiki's mansion, leaving behind a trail of dust and the echoes of Malik's frantic chant, Dodo felt a twinge of hope. Perhaps, just perhaps, they had found an ally in the most unexpected of places. A powerful man with a thirst for justice and a black Mercedes E-Class. And, perhaps, their journey was far from over.